Hi, Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 9 of the September daily draws. It's Friday, it's the end of the week. And I did debate whether or not to go ahead with today's draw in the light of current events here in the UK with the passing of our Queen. But I decided that in honor of her, I would fulfill my commitment to do these daily draws. She was very much someone who would get on with her responsibilities, no matter what was going on with her personally and around her. She took her responsibilities very seriously. And in that sense, I decided that I will dedicate this particular daily draw to the late Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, and we now have a king, King Charles III. But we'll see what the cards have to say to us today at this time, and I'll be taking first card as usual from the Tower of Dragons, followed by an oracle card from the Dragon Wisdom Oracle. So let's pick our first card, and today we will go here. There we go. And we have the Page of Wands. Well, in a sense, I feel that that's very appropriate because it is like the beginning of something, the start of something new, isn't it? And although that technically, obviously Charles is king, he's not a page, he's not a knight, he took over from the Queen, he is the king. But in a sense, he's like a page because he's been learning and preserving the Queen for some time, and now he has to begin his reign. He has to begin his, it's a new stage in his life, and he has to get to grips with what it means to be king. And yes, he's been filling in, doing certain duties, but you only really understand the full nature of a responsibility of a position until you actually are in it. And I think this is going to be a learning process for him, and this is going to be very much his sense of purpose of how he's going to steer things now, and to steer the monarchy and various things like that from this moment on. So I think that, in a sense, is a very, very appropriate card. And also, in a sense, that also means that we've been talking about ourselves entering a new phase, haven't we? A new beginning, putting away with some of the old things to make room for the new. And that's certainly true here in this country, that we've had a change of prime minister, now we've had a change of monarch, all both in the same week. So it's a time of change, of new beginnings, of new starts, of new sense of purpose. And it seems to be in the air at the moment, and there's probably many of us that are starting something new, entering this new phase, and we've got to take hold of that hold of what it is, and breathe fire into that. It's already a light, but I think he's breathing more fire into it. We've got to keep breathing that energy into our sense of purpose as we begin this new phase of what we're moving into. So, as we transition out of one phase into another, out of one stage to another, one phase to another, for our country here in the UK, the second Elizabethan era has ended. We're now entering a new era with a new monarch. So it's a strange feeling for many of us. Most of us have only known, there's not many that has known a different monarch. She's been our queen. She was our queen for 70 years, just this year's a Platinum Jubilee year, and I'm so glad that she was able to celebrate and join in, see some of the outpouring of appreciation from for that 70-year reign. But that 70-year reign has now come to an end, and now we begin something new. And this, as I say, this falls in line, and we may be putting certain things away out of our lives, shedding them, moving the things that are not serving us anymore, things that their time is done, ready to move into something new. And we need to take hold of that and breathe life into it, as signified here with this Page of Wands. So I think, as one thing ends, we can pay tribute to what's gone. We can be thankful for what's gone. Some of the things is we're not getting rid because they're necessarily bad, or there may be some bad aspects to things that we are getting rid of, that maybe something we need to get rid of because they are bad, unhelpful, negative things in our lives. But it could be things that were good for a time, but now they've served their purpose, and now we move on to the next thing, and it's the next cycle of life. And then this is what the Page of Wands is asking us to grasp hold of and breathe our energy into as we move forward. So let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. So here we go. Companions. And as we move forward, let's do it together. Let's do it with those that we love, and appreciate those that we love while they're here, because one never knows what may happen. And we're not doing this alone. We have the divine, our deities, whatever we call it, our spirit guides. We have one another, our friends and our family, to help us in this process as we begin this new phase. So don't forget to connect with others as you move forward, to get their support and draw strength from them, and to help them too through the process. It's not just us as individuals. On a national level, the country is entering a new phase. We're in this together. So, and even down into our personal lives, it may involve other people too, and we're doing this together, and we need to join with others and support of that. So let's move forward. Let's take hold of this new phase, breathe our energy into it, like this fire being breathed out here, and take hold of it and move forward. Yes, take time to release what we need to release and go through that process. We're in a state of mourning now for the next 10 to 13, 14 days at least, where we're leading up to the funeral and a bit beyond. But there'll be a point where we've got to be ready to move on and move forward with confidence. With sticking together, supporting one another is going to be key in everything, whatever phase, as a nation, as a group of people, as individuals. And I believe that is the message of the cards today. And once again, I dedicate this draw to Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. May she rest in peace. And we recognize and ask for blessing upon King Charles III. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow to do day 10. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.